Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to our daily net here at the DX Radio Shop. Give me one moment here. Okay, very good. Trying to get things all lined up. Good morning, everybody. Welcome aboard for another wonderful check-in net. If anybody wants to check in, feel free to do so here and or on ZELLO. So today we're going to talk about ZELLO on our morning net. And what that simply is right here. Okay, this is your ZELLO radio. You can find these on
Good morning.
You can find these on Amazon for about $2.20. Yeah, good morning and welcome again here to the net on ZELLO and on YouTube. Who all we have out there today? Feel free to check in. So you can this is touchscreen.
Nichols here.
You can adjust the volume as you wish. So this is all touchscreen. You can view into the people. You can scroll to the people and see who all is on, which is nice. You can see the messages.
Good morning, guys.
So there's Brandon.
Hey, Stu. Hey, everybody. I'm here.
Morning, Michael, John, Brandon. How are you guys doing today? So this is a good way to communicate all across the world. Good morning, Mr. Leadfoot. Class has started. So this is a great way of communication. I see Rick, I see Doc and Kevin and Matt. Good morning to you, gentlemen. How are you guys doing? So ZELLO is it's been around for a while, and so a lot of guys are using these for, I shouldn't say guys, a lot of schools actually and companies are using these for business aspects. And the best part about this is you don't have call waiting, you don't have drop calls, you don't have to worry about emails. You can just jump right on in here and have a group conversation, and it's one at a time so nobody overwalks on everybody else. It's really a great way to communicate by using ZELLO. And so this here again is so this here is it shows you the viewers you've got right here. I got 17 on right now. Like I said, it's a touch screen. You get your microphone. Here's a microphone for it. I'm a microphone kind of guy, so I got to have a microphone, but that's the name of it. It's AnySecu. ANYSECU. And you can find these on Amazon. I've had this one for quite a few years, actually. I'm sure they got newer ones. You do not pay a monthly price. Just hook it up to your Wi-Fi and away you go. Good morning, Dallas. How are you? You couldn't figure out how to add that? You got to go to where it says Add Channel, and then type in KC2KJO, all in caps, space network. I think there might be a plus sign you got to do either before or after it. And then hold down your microphone and say hello, and we can let you in. Good morning, Federico. How are you? He's in the mountain time, 4:35. So you're 2 hours behind us. Wow. You're up and early. I hope you got a couple of mugs of coffee to keep you awake. Morning, Jan. So this is a wonderful way to get check-ins. This is also a wonderful way to keep communication going. And the best part about this, if I'm live streaming doing a video repair, right? And so if people are busy
Good morning.
chatting back and forth and whatnot, then if the video ends, obviously you can't continue on your conversation, right? So what that means is you can see, you can jump on here and still communicate, and you can watch the YouTube channel at the same time if you wish. So you can never miss out on messages or conversations. Hit your little text message box. You can either post a message, post pictures of your radio equipment, whatever you want to do. And you can also play back the last conversation that was on. So nothing ever gets deleted on here. And we keep the channel very respectful and clean. No argue, fuss, fair, swearing, fighting, nothing like that. No political stuff. We keep it very respectful. And we have a great crew on here. So it's really a good fundamental way of communicating. Instead of hiding behind the keyboard and just typing all day long, you can actually jump on here and explore new opportunities, talk with people all across the world. We've got good friends over in Ireland, England, France, Italy, and New Zealand. So we have several people on here from all over the world. We haven't heard them on in a while. Their time zones are way different than ours, but it is a great way to communicate for sure. So if anybody's interested in doing so, go ahead and check this on out. Now, I don't know if the lighting of this camera is going to be a problem. I'm trying to get this to show the details, so excuse me if it's not coming the way I want it to. There we go. Okay, now you got more detail. Okay, so again, it shows, let me get my little pointy stick here. So it shows the amount of people on right now that are active, whether they key up or not, but now it says 17. What's 16? No, it says 17. I can touch the screen to hold this down or use the microphone. I prefer using my microphone. You can set up your own picture icon. You can take and check your messages. You can check to see who's on.
I think I got it figured out.
So we're going to go here to the microphone, to the people, sorry. And there's Cowboy. Gonna hold him down. Trust in. Yeah, come on there, 347. We got you in here. Go ahead, say good morning. Yeah, Cowboy 347, come on in. Well, he's in there whenever he decides to respond. But anyway, so you got you can see the people who's on. So we can click on our people icon. If we can actually scroll and see who all is in here. There he goes.
Thanks to this Dallas. I figured it out. Thank you, buddy.
No problem, Mr. Dells. I kind of figured that'd be you. So, good morning to you, sir. Always a pleasure to see you on. So now he's in the group. And so we have, like, say, our messages, right? I can click on text. I can either send a text, send a photo if I wish, or watch this.
No problem, Mr. Dells. I kind of figured that'd be you. So, good morning to you, sir. Always a pleasure to see you on.
So I can play it back as well. So if I miss out on a conversation and someone says, hey, didn't you hear what, I don't know, I'm going to pick on Leadfoot. Didn't you hear Leadfoot was talking about this antenna he just bought? No, I didn't know. What did he get? And then I can always go back and, we were talking about this about 3 o'clock yesterday. Oh, okay. I can go right back here and see, he bought a brand new HF antenna. Cool. So there's a lot of great things we can do in here in this system. I know Leadfoot's having a blast with this system here as well. Jerry from Canada is having a blast. It's really a great way of communicating all across the world, and it's a lot cleaner than being on your CB radio listening to all the hash and trash. Don't get me wrong, I love my CB radios too, and I love my HF gear, all my amateur equipment, but ZELLO is really a quick way to jump on and just have a nice little group conversation whenever you wish, and not have to worry about setting up antennas outdoors. You don't have to do anything. Just connect it to your Wi-Fi or your hotspot, and away you go. A lot of people will actually take this radio, put it inside their vehicle. As long as you got a hotspot on your phone, you can connect to it. You can drive down the road and talk on this as well. But again, I like this machine because it has the microphone. So let me kind of turn this around a little bit here for a moment and see. There's the microphone. Okay, I like having the microphone. So you can do a lot with this as well. Menu options, all kinds of fun stuff. Okay, you push to talk, PTT. So I'm a microphone guy. I got to have a microphone. So you can do this on your phone. You can do this on your tablet. Android, iPhone, doesn't really matter. You can do this on a Kindle. Chromebook, I'm not sure. I believe you can, but I don't know on a Chromebook. You can do this on your laptop and your desktop. However, there's a different way.
They have handheld portable.
They got a different way of getting into it on the laptop and desktop. So I would recommend doing this on either your phone or a tablet. Get yourself like a small tablet that you can prop up on your desk if you wish, so you're not holding the phone all the time. And you can do it that way. Or go ahead and spend the money. If you want it free, then do it by phone or by tablet. But if you want to spend the money, well, then you can go ahead and spend the money. And you pay the $220 for a nice bass unit as such. What I've got here, right there's your volume control, on and off, and whatnot. And we can also take and hold on a second. My laptop's right in the way. I have it on my laptop for the my streaming, so I can stream off of desktop or laptop. Anyway, you can take and let me back this away here a little bit. There you go. Now you get the whole image. You can take and you can just knock the display off if you wish. It'll go out after a while anyways. You can adjust your volume as you wish.
Hey Stu, I got a ZELLO question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yesterday when you were doing your repairs, not on the check-in, but after that, during the day, I tried to talk on here and it kept giving me a message that's saying that if I exceeded the number of messages I can send, and I would have to wait till tomorrow. Do you know anything about that?
No, actually, it should be open, an open line at all times. So that I'm not aware of now. Wow, when you say messages, are you texting, asking the messages, or are you trying to use voice? Because voice should be there all the time. If it's the texting part, that I'm not aware of. I would imagine that would be open all the time. But if you're using the text part onto it, that might be something I have to look into. I don't know, but I know the voice option would be open all day.
This was voice. I was just trying to ask you a question about one of the capacitors you were replacing in that TRC 451, and it wouldn't let me talk.
I probably would have just exited out and reopened the app, maybe close the app and reopen the app. I don't know. That's odd. I've never had that happen before ever. So that's a new one on me. I'll have to look into, I guess.
No worries. I just thought maybe I was doing something wrong.
I'm not sure on that one. Good morning, Brian. I see you in there. So anyways, yeah, you can take and if you don't want to stay on here, if you're going to church or wherever else, you sit down having dinner, watching a movie with the family, and somebody gets on here and starts talking and they're interrupting your peacetime, then what you can do is just push the little power button right there is for mute. Now it says we're disconnected. Okay, so now I can reconnect, and I'm right back on. Okay, so there's a lot of fun aspects you can utilize this for. I've got several people on here who are also techs as well. We've got one on here who is great with computers and software. Actually, both of them are, but they do a lot of other stuff as well. That's Randy and David. So they're always on here, and they're also moderators for the group to help anybody who ever needs anything or get them in the group. So it's a great fun tool. So if anybody's interested in checking out ZELLO, ZELLO.
Good morning, guys. 716 here saying hello. I got a few things to do today, so I can't stay, but I did want to check in and say hi. And good morning.
Good morning to you, Ryan. No problem. Always appreciate that. So, yeah, he's down there by the city, New York City area. Long Island, Rhode Island, I don't know, one of the islands attached. So I always get the ones mixed up. Brooklyn or something. He's down there somewhere. But anyway, so yeah, this is always a great time to use this for your communication, to reach out. You can also set this up for your own private family group if you wish. Maybe you don't want to be on here with us. That's fine. You can also set up your own channel to utilize that for your family only. Nobody can hear, nobody can access unless you set your group up to trust them in. So if you do exactly that, then you'll be good to go.
I'm gonna close the oven this morning. I'm gonna pay you the rest of the weekend. So I got 25 right now. I just gotta get 15.
Well, you're going to be here any minute.
Oh no, I'm gonna be fresh. I'll be late at the time. Oh. Is it Doomsday Fish? That's cool.
Yeah. You have to take those out and take what you got to do. You know, watch with the stuff. So I would wait till later on to do that, buddy.
I'm watching.
So anyway, so if anybody had any questions about ZELLO, feel free to ask. Good morning, 142. How are you? And so, like I say, this comes with a GPS as well, a little tiny magnetic mount. I mean, literally tiny. I mean, it's so tiny that it's insane. It's only like maybe 2 inches square. It's just a really small magnetic type thing you can use for GPS as well. So if you want to utilize this in your car, inside your vehicle, you can do that and not have to pay no monthly fee.
Good morning to Stu and good morning to the group from KC0LS.
And morning, Randy. There you are. So yeah, he's one of our moderators on here. And so yeah.
Yeah, did you get your problem fixed yesterday?
So I got the I reflashed the same firmware again, the 3.15. When I went into Chirp, I was able to see where it said sideband, only upper sideband. So now I got AM, FM, upper sideband, but it still says transmit disabled. So we're still trying to figure out the software onto that right now, but we at least got the sideband to pop in. I don't know if I can switch it to lower sideband or not. It just says upper sideband. If that's the case, I can't use it on 11, but I can use it for 10 meters. But I got to figure out how to get it to enable the transmit now, because everywhere I look, it says it's enabled, but when you go to use the unit, it says disabled. So we're still trying to figure that out.
You gotta pick this card.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I have the IJV 3.17, and it seems like it'll let me transmit just about anywhere. I mean, short of like FM entertainment, stuff like that, but everything else seems to be there. So
yeah, I have to get you down and maybe take a look at it or so and see what's going on with that. I mean, they're a nice unit and whatnot, but this is the Quansheng UVK 599. I don't know if that makes a difference. They've got 8, they've got 88, they've got 6, they've got 7, and now I've got the 99. So all I did with that was hooked it up to the chirp before I did any kind of firmware adjustment, and I was able to transmit on the AM band. I just didn't have sideband option. So then I did the firmware. Now, well, when I did it the second time, now I've got the option for sideband, but now it doesn't want to transmit. So we'll have to figure that out. Maybe over the weekend I'll see what you got going on. I'll come pick you up or something.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. It's, like I say, I have a K5 and a K6. And I think I have the same one you did, the K5. I have the K599, which I ordered, and then
What's that?
I ordered a K6 only because, like I said, it's got that extended board or some sort of a modification. It's supposed to be for below 13 meg on shortwave, so that one will not transmit anywhere, but my K599 will.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, if I can get this to work the way I want it to. There's so many videos to watch, but the problem is they don't really go into detail. They just, well, here's what I did, and I love the titles of the vehicle, the videos. They say we're going to show you how to enable your transmit and get sideband to work. And then when you go through the whole process, they already had it done. All they talk about is, see, it says sideband on my screen. Well, that doesn't tell me nothing. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Out of about a dozen videos, we've been trying to find how to get this thing programmed.
Yeah. And like I say, I'm running 3.17. I've had no issues with it. I get double sideband instead of upper. And that might be what it is. It might just be they might not have marked it right. It could be double. You know, you may want to try to look at it on a scope and see where it's actually transmitting.
Well, that's just it. It doesn't transmit at all. It says transmit disabled on the screen. So you can't get any transmit out of it right now at all until we can find out why or what part of the firmware I've missed or something. But there is one spot on the Quansheng site where it says download, but it doesn't have a file size. It's just a bin file. So that is one of the problems that I'm finding. There's a lot of people say, well, go here and click this. And I see exactly what they have on my screen, except down below with the K5 where it says firmware, it doesn't say firmware. It just says K5 and it says download but no file size. So that's one of the problems I'm running into right now, is not being able to find the exact one that I really need, even though the screen matches up 100% on the website what they're showing. That's what I'm running into. So I'll have to come grab you one of these days and bring it down here so you can take a look at it and see what you think. What we're talking about here is these Quansheng radios.
I'll set up a flash drive of sorts, and I'll just copy everything I have from my directory. That way you'll have the files, and I think that'll eliminate, because like I say, I have 3.17 for the IJV on mine, and mine's great. I go to AM on 11 meters, and it keys up. Right now I have it set on channel 14, but I don't have the right antenna, so I try not to leave it keyed very long.
So these are the radios that we're talking about. How you doing, Jerry? Good morning. Here's what we're talking about. These Quansheng radios, these K5s, you can do a lot with. You can actually take these units and you can use them for AM, sideband, FM, and you can use them. They'll cover 15 megahertz up to 3 gigahertz if you unlock the firmware on these radios. That's what we're trying to do right now. What Randy and I are talking about is trying to get these radios to open up. When you get down towards the HF, the 15 meter band, or 15 megahertz rather, sorry, you're in that area, what happens is you're going to be in the milliwatts. But as you get up towards more for like the CB band, you'll get into about 2-3 watts.
So as we're kind of talking about radios and antennas, Rick, I saw the picture of the flagpole that you were making. What other antennas do you have?
So on top of this, you can go, the higher you go towards VHF, then you get 4 or 5 watts. These will do up to 8 watts based on what version you may have. So I've got 4 of these right now, trying to figure out which ones to, from the K5 up to the K5-8 to the K5-99 versions. And so we're trying to find out how to enable these to work on exactly that. So, because right now, if I go to transmit on the CB, it says transmit disabled. So that's what we're running into right now. And it says AM high for high power on the AM mode. So we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on with this, because these Quanchain K5 radios are nice radios. They really are. If you can get them to open up the firmware. But the firmware is not very explicit as to the details on how they want you to go through with this. You don't have to change any componentry. There are some of these K5s where you got to pull up the circuit boards and change them to get other options, but the newer ones you don't have to do that at all. It's already done with. So, see, bud. And so that's what these are all about. So we're trying to get ourselves involved with that as well, to run a little QRP station with these units. So that's what we're working on next. However, let's get back to the ZELLO aspect of things for a moment. So on ZELLO, I just want to briefly talk about, Michael mentioned, or who was it? Leadfoot mentioned about the handheld. So, excuse me. The handheld units, you can get the handheld units, but be very careful. I have not read up on these for a while now. I know in the beginning they had been required to pay a monthly service like a cell phone. If you can get the handhelds in which don't require that and just off your personal Wi-Fi, then okay, it'd be a great idea. Otherwise, you're gonna have to get one. Just get this mobile unit right here and just plug it inside the house and use your phone or tablet if you're gonna walk around the yard. I'm sure since they've had these, they probably do have the handhelds available as such, where you don't have to have any kind of contract. So like I said, this is a free usage. There's no monthly fee. You don't pay anything. Just buy the radio. That's it. So they probably do have the handhelds now, and I should probably do some research for tomorrow morning and let everybody know, put some posts on my YouTube channel as to what they have available and what would be recommended if you do want a walkie-talkie to use around your yard or on the go or whichever. You just got to have it connected to your Wi-Fi at home. If you have an extender to cover your yard, indoor, outdoor, or have it on a hotspot if you're going to use it on the go, like you would a normal walkie-talkie. So that's the only thing different. You just got to have wireless signal. You got to have some kind of a internet access somewhere, a free Wi-Fi signal somewhere as you can connect to in order to use these devices. That's it. Okay, that's it inside of a nutshell. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and we will help you out the best we can. But again, these are a really nice radio, and as you can see,
Stu, I'm going to send you a link to your cell phone on those portables.
all right, sounds good. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, well, if we can find out, like I said, it's been a while since I've had this thing for many years, quite a few years. So I don't know. I'm sure they've changed things over the years, so you can probably get them where there's no contract needed, I'd imagine. So yeah, again, this is ZELLO, ZELLO push to talk is what that means. Walkie-talkie. Go to your app, download it. It's free. Create a username. It's going to ask you for your first and last name.
Interesting. On Amazon, it's saying that this radio will not work on Verizon.
Yes, there was something else I was missing. Yes, you have to. There's certain ones you can utilize with, and certain ones you cannot. You have to look into that. So, don't use as long as you don't have Verizon contract. Like if you're going to do like a Verizon, like a cell phone contract, it won't work for Verizon. No, but if you have internet, any kind of free Wi-Fi, it'll connect to that. However, if it's a Verizon internet hotspot, you may run into an issue on it. I do not know, but as long as the average person usually doesn't use them. I don't know. The people I know anyway, several hundred of them don't use Verizon internet. They have their own thing. Like we have Spectrum, and other people might have FiOS or whatever. But it depends on where you have, what your service is, I suppose. But that is a good point. Thank you. Where was I? Yeah, so put your name, email, phone number. It's going to ask you for like a username.
Hey, Stu, just on a note, Verizon has bought out like everything in this area. Both the wife and I both run Straight Talk. That's all Verizon now. So just so you guys can keep that in mind. KAC0LX.
Yeah, that I am aware of. Verizon's bought out a lot of them, but because you still have your own division in between, there's like a subcontract kind of sort of in between. They use the same equipment and whatnot, but there is some differences in between. I have no idea what they would be. But yeah, I've got Straight Talk as well, and I've got Verizon. So I use both on my end, and but I don't have no issues on my end with the connectivity of anything. But I do know that they discuss that online though. They tell you right up front when you're looking to buy certain things that you cannot use a Verizon hookup for that, which I don't know. The newer ones you may be able to get around it. I don't know. Like I said, I run Spectrum. Whatever your internet provider is, I guess you have to find out from that point. But it must be something to do with the devices, the way we use them within the provider that you have. Because Verizon pretty much is the king of all signal anyways. They own everything just about for the most part. So anyways, name, email, phone number, username. And when you get done with that, you're going to go to where it says Add Channel. You may have a plus mark to push, possibly, whether it's to add the channel or to add a group name of some sort. I'm not quite sure on that. Somebody had mentioned the other day. But you're going to go to where it says Add Channel, and you're going to type in all caps. There's no lower cases, all caps, and these are two words. So you got to put a space between these two words. KC2, KJO, that's one word, and then the word network. NETWORK. Alright, so KC2, KJO, network. All in caps. Put a space between KC2, KJO and the word network, and it should pop right up. Hold down your microphone button, say hello, and somebody will get you in the group. The only group rules we have is do not curse, argue, swear, fuss, and fight. Please do not do that. You will be kicked out immediately. We keep this very respectful and very clean. We do not let any troublemakers on here whatsoever, because by the end of the day, what is the purpose of having this?
Before you get started, and question, have you ever had a, Radio Oddity GDA shake come through the shop?
I've had some Radio Oddities, but not that one, no.
Because radio to radio, it's beautiful. It works just the way it's supposed to, DMR. When I try to link it up to the hotspot, I get digital garbage, and all of a sudden it beeps, and then it's crystal clear, and I do not know how to eliminate that.
I'd have to look at that. I don't know at this point in time. So yeah, we keep the group nice and respectful and clean, because by the end of the day, it's all about communication. It's all about sharing ideas. We have technicians on here. We've got some that are engineers that jump in once in a while, and so it's very good to have that opportunity.
Yeah, we picked up a pair of Anytones, and that radio is just beautiful. It's just absolutely perfect now that I've figured out where I made my mistakes. Right now, I don't know if it was an upgrade or what. I was able to program it on my computer. Now, for whatever reason, it won't read the UA. It comes up and tells me that the port is already open. So, I don't know. That could be something to do with Windows 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that. I know the Radiodity and the Anytones are pretty much the same thing on the inside for the most part. There's some differences, but pretty much it's all the same thing. As to Striker, it's pretty much very close to the same thing. So I think they're feeding off similarities and just changing certain things. For example, let's say you're a computer store and you're building these boards, right? So then you might have, okay, well, I got a specific board for this aspect on Dell, but I got these other boards for the Acer, Toshiba, and for HP. So there could be a lot of similarities, but some differences because of Dell wants it this way, HP wants it that way. But so radiality and your striker anytone, they're pretty much working together. It's like pretty much to the same manufacturer. Just different, some differences, but a lot of similarities. The way the board's laid out and the componentry and the basic concepts of their boards, I've noticed.
Hello.
Hey, hello, who we got in there? Who is that? Oh, Steve. Stu 73. I don't know who that is. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. It's 5 after 7. I gotta keep on moving. I got a customer showing up here pretty early here, about 8 o'clock. He's a pass-through driver. Gotta work on his stuff, and I gotta get going on a lot of other equipment here too. So, anyways, thank you all for joining our net. It was a great turnout once again. Always have a great turnout. It's been a wonderful week since we've started this. So I appreciate everybody who's been on here, all the support as well. The more we do, the more you guys do, the more we can offer into our channel as well, and the more opportunities and availabilities that we'll have for everybody on here as well. So thank you all for everybody who has checked in via Zello and or on YouTube. I appreciate all of that, and we'll see you guys here in a little bit at the DS Radio Shop. All right, guys, everyone have a great day, and see you soon. We'll be back here shortly with another video of repairs. Any questions you may have, drop them in the comments. Any ideas you may have, do the same, and we'll go from there.